Welcome back, students. Let us continue our next topic, that is compound. We recently studied the properties of mixture, its definition, its types, and about the example also. Now same thing we are going to study about the compound. What do you mean by the compound? Compound is a substance which is made up of two or more elements and they are chemically combined together. Clear? कंपाउंड एक ऐसे सब्सटेंस होता है जो एक और दो एलिमेंट से बना, एक या उससे ज़्यादा एलिमेंट से बना होता है और वो केमिकली कंबाइंड होता है. सी वेरी गुड एग्जांपल, दैट इज सोडियम क्लोराइड. वी नो अमोनियम क्लोराइड इज द गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ दैट. ओके, द बेस्ट एंड बेस्ट एग्जांपल, दैट इज वाटर, H2O. H2O is made up of the two different elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, but they are in a perfect proportion. They are in a perfect proportion. It means 1:8. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 16. So here are two molecules, that is 2:16, and if we convert it, it comes into 1:8. So it is written as 1U and 8U or 16U. So that this U stands for, this small u stands for atomic mass unit. Clear? So what is the good example for that? Even the carbon dioxide, if we consider, carbon and oxygen is also are made up of the two different things. If you take the calcium hydroxide is there, then sodium carbonate is there, sodium hydrogen carbonate is there, stalkline, quicklime, whatever the compounds we studied up to at this stage, all are compounds and they are made up of one or two more different elements. Is it clear? But still they are chemically combined together. Understood? Let us see the properties. There are number of multiple examples, and you know that recently we studied the chapter acid, bases and salt. These acid, bases and salt are whose part of it? It's the part of compound. What we studied about the mixture are having two different parts, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Same, this compound are divided into three categories, acids, bases and salts, and you all are very good familiar with these three characters. Is it clear? Now you understood the definition of the compound, that is one and more element and they are chemically combined together. See, we are going to study about the properties of this compound. These properties are completely opposite the properties of the mixture. Understood? Let us have the first one. To study the properties of compounds of iron and sulfur, same example we are going to study here. It cannot be separated into its components by physical method. In mixture, we studied about the physical method separation, but in compound, it never be going to happen. Take the iron and sulfur, mix it together and start to provide heat. When we are heating that mixture, what is forming at the next? That is iron sulfide. What is forming? FeS, iron sulfide. And this iron sulfide is black in color. Okay, this black in color. So this is formed. Now we are taking the magnet. What is the product we got it? Iron sulfide. Okay, we are taking the magnet and just roll over on this compound which we got it. When we rolled over it, no iron going to attach with that magnet. हमने आयन और सल्फर को लिया, उसे हीट किया, उस मिक्सचर को हीट करने के बाद हमने क्या किया? They converted into the new substance. Okay, new substance, which new product we got it? That is iron sulfide. और उस आयन सल्फाइड के ऊपर हमने मैग्नेट रोल ऑन किया एंड आफ्टर मूविंग इट वी वर नॉट गेटिंग एनी आयन पार्टिकल स्टक टू दैट मैग्नेट और अट्रैक्टेड टुवर्ड दैट मैग्नेट. इट मीन्स दैट the properties of these substance is completely entirely different from its constituents. If we take the example of carbon disulfide also, we that iron sulfide take it in the test tube and add some carbon disulfide and shake that test tube. You will see that no sulfur is going to be dissolved in it, no change in it. It does not show any reaction, there will be no change in it. So from these experiment or these conclusion, we understand that there is no any physical process to separate the compound. Clear? the compounds cannot be separated into its components by physical method. क्या हम उसे कार्बन डाइसल्फाइड से भी रिएक्ट किया, उसे हमें मैग्नेट से भी किया, क्या हम उस कंपाउंड को सेपरेट कर पाए हैं उसके डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स में? नो, इट विल नेवर. सेकेंड इज the properties of a compound are entirely different from those of its constituent element. See, now that sulfuric acid you take it, okay, then if we added this mixture iron sulfide, if iron sulfide is added in that mixture, what does it happen? It does not show any reaction of iron dissolving in it. And same that carbon disulfide, I told you no sulfur is, it means that while as when it is reacting with the acid, it does not show any property of iron, and when that the carbon disulfide is also added, it does not show any property of sulfur. So from these experiment or this conclusion, what did we understand? That the constituent properties are completely entirely different of its constituent property. कंपाउंड की जो प्रॉपर्टी है उसके कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स है, उसमें कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट कौन से? आयन और सल्फर. इन दोनों की जो प्रॉपर्टीज़ है उन दोनों की प्रॉपर्टीज से कंपाउंड जो हमें प्रोडक्ट मिला, दैट प्रोडक्ट इज हैविंग द कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट प्रॉपर्टी. इज इट क्लियर? So what is the second property? The property of a compound are entirely different from those of its constituent element. उसके जो एलिमेंट जिससे वो कंपाउंड बना होता है, उससे जो प्रोडक्ट हमें मिलता है, उस प्रोडक्ट की और उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स की दोनों की प्रॉपर्टी कम्प्लीटली एक दूसरे से डिफरेंट होती है. दो द पेरेंट आर सेम, बट द वॉट एवर द प्रोडक्ट इज केम, इट इज कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम देयर पेरेंट. इज इट क्लियर? नाउ कम टू थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी. Energy, heat or light is usually absorbed or given out. See, whenever we are providing the heat to any substance, in the beginning of this compound property only, we took the iron and sulfur and provide the heat. What does it happen? Heat is given out or sometimes it is absorbed. So it is usually happens in the case of the compound when we are doing the experiment with it. So in the compound cases, heats are usually given out or most of the time it is absorbed, and due to this property they are having the perfect fixed melting point and boiling point. The constituents are present in a fixed proportion by mass. Fixed proportion. Now like a mixture, there is no fixed proportion. You have to take the compounds in a fixed proportion. If we take the proportion of iron is 7 and sulfur is 4, it means 7:4. It means 7:4. So this 7:4 is the perfect proportion for preparing the iron sulfide substance compound. Okay, if we took the little bit more, so that excess of compound, excess of constituents are remaining unreacted. जो एक्सेस पार्ट आपने लिया है प्रपोर्शन के अलावा, वो क्या होगा? वो अनरिएक्टेड होगा, वो रिएक्ट होगा ही नहीं. सो इट इज़ वेरी नेसेसरी टू, व्हेनेवर यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग द कंपाउंड, take its constituents in a perfect proportion, in a fixed proportion, then only you will get the perfect result. And due to this fixed proportion property, they are having the fixed melting and boiling point. It has a fixed melting and boiling point. Now compound are homogeneous substance. See, like iron and sulfur, in the case of the mixture, we took the magnifying glass and saw that the separate particles of iron and sulfur are there. But in the case of the compound, when you take that product, which product we got it at the end? Iron sulfide. Okay, it was black in color. So that iron sulfide, if we observe with the help of the magnifying glass, you observe that there is no separation of particles are there, they are completely similar. So with these observation, we understand that compound products are homogeneous, means compounds are homogeneous in nature. Is it clear? See, after this in your book there is a difference between the mixture and compound it is given. You already studied that the entirely different properties of the constituents are present in compound and the entire properties of the constituent are same in mixture. In mixture there is no melting point and boiling point, but in compound melting and boiling points are there. Even though mixtures are heterogeneous most of the time except solution and alloy, but compounds are always homogeneous. Okay, and about its physical process, one main property it is mixture are separated by the physical process, but compounds cannot be separated by the physical processes or physical methods. So these are the some of the differences which is properly given in your reference book. You go through it. Below that 2-3 examples are there. You follow all those examples, refer all those examples, and after that, at the point, in the case of solution and in the case of alloy, one topic it is given that I will teach you after a short break. But up to that, the difference between the mixture and compound and its samples, you write it properly in your notebook and go through it, refer it, because these are important as per your question paper. See you in the next session.